What do you do specifically in BJJ if I just pick one sport? If you want to maintain some ability, well, if you go hard at age 45 like you did at 25 or 18, you're going to get injured. Everyone I know, including the person I just interviewed, Robert Drysdale, advanced black belt teacher, lecturer, author, historian of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In his discussions, he talks about if you want to have a black belt and you want to go hard, be ready for arthritis all over your body. Whew. I had arthritis in the first year I was in Jiu-Jitsu, and I was in my early 30s. My fingers, with all of the pulling on the gi and twisting and getting yanked, got arthritis. So I had to develop a different way of doing it. Rickson Gracie uses very light touch, and he uses more hooks and grabs, not as much twisting with his fingers. Twisting, yes, but not as much. So I met a jiu-jitsu person who's a brown belt, and I'm going to tell you what he does. He's my age. And so when he got to his 50s and early 60s, I'm my early 60s now, here's what he did. Came to the classes, did the warm-up and tennis ball and foam rolling on his own before the class. So he spent a good amount of time, 20 to 30 minutes doing that before every class. And I don't say just to do that if you're old. I say do that even when you're 15, 12, whenever you're doing it. Do all that nice warm-up. Then do the warm-up and with the class, which typically lasts around 12 minutes. Then you do your 3 drills, which you practice 10 times from each side. So 3 drills times 10 is 30, times 2 is 60. So there's your 60 drills that you're typically doing in the average Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu center. You do that, and then you step away and you watch the other people when they're doing the rolling, the sparring, they call that. They either start up, standing up, or down on the ground. Most of them start on the ground because there's not enough room for everybody to be standing up and falling. But if there's room, some people start standing up. And then this person just watches and he assists other people because he's an advanced belt. And then he does training with people he trusts. And so they work on moves. They may do some light sparring, but he's not doing heavy sparring, and he's not going with people who are new to him, who don't understand how he wants to go. So I think that's a great way to go. Doesn't get injured, keeps his mobility up, his moves up, his technique up, gets his sweat on, and if he wants to, 2 to 4 times a year, he can go do a competition and do the best he can in that competition, and hopefully not get injured and have to do all the recuperation and even surgery. I've never had surgery from jiu-jitsu, but I know plenty of people who have. Most common is knee surgery. They tweak their knees, they spend a lot of time on their knees like a wrestler does, and they just grind that tissue and bone, which is tissue. They just grind that and they tweak it. So knee surgery would be the most common surgery I've seen in jiu-jitsu. But let me know your comments below about other injuries in jiu-jitsu. What are the most common? And tell me what you think about this program of sustainability in jiu-jitsu and sustainability through the aging process. Now, I'm gonna go do my chin-ups. I'm gonna put on my grippy gloves. I still get calluses underneath. You can see the calluses there. I still get calluses underneath the gloves, but these gloves are great because they give you extra grip, and these are the thick ones, so they give you a little padding. And I'm a big believer in taking care of yourself so you feel good. You don't feel like you're wearing yourself down. You see that, there's a callus right there. So that's a callus, even though I wore the gloves. So I'm gonna go get my fitness on, maintenance program, and I'm a big believer in maintaining your fitness, not doing the yo-yo and the vacillations of fitness throughout your life. So if you thought that you had to be high performance to be high performance and do high performance training to be high performance, think of it a new way. Test it out for yourself and see how you do, saving yourself for specific times where you want to peak, but not get injured throughout the year and be chronically injured, which happens to most high-performance athletes. They have 3 to 5 chronic injuries. You'll find these people have injuries. The high-performance athletes in any sport have injuries. I'm sure even fencers have injuries. So take it from me, and don't bow out because you went too hard and you kept getting injured. Switch the gear before you suffer these permanent chronic injuries and these repetitive injuries to a slightly lower gear, and you don't overdo things. Don't be a pusher forever. You can be a pusher a little bit, but don't be a pusher forever, because every pusher I've ever interviewed, when they pushed it, they got injured and they wish they never had. So to take it from me, Sifu Slim, kindly give me a like, thumbs up, and we'll talk to you in the next video. Wishing you all the best in your health, happiness, and wellness, and mind, body, and spirit.